Welcome to CarSceneKorea. I introduce newly released Genesis, Hyundai, and Kia cars. Says, are you ready? Hyundai has been giving us the teasers and they've been teasing us with those teasers. The INSTEROID that I came to meet here today. So it seems like Hyundai is fully aware of the April's Fools. Of course, I'm supposed to meet the physical car in person, hopefully. Just so you know, this INSTEROID is made of the INSTER, and INSTER is called Casper Electric here in Korea. That little cute ghost icon that we've been meeting here and there with the INSTER is also going to be on roads today. As you can see, INSTEROID. So let's go check it out. Casper Electric, just so you know, it's called INSTER, but it's called Casper Electric here in Korea. We're about to meet the INSTEROID, but wait for it. This is the donor car of that INSTEROID we will soon be meeting. For the detailed review of this car, please feel free to check it out on the channel. I actually do have the cross model that was in Amazona screen. And yep, I think this is the car too. The INSTER Cross that we have met back in Hyundai Motor Studio Seoul. And this INSTER Cross has got some little gadgets here and there. INSTER explicit, a lot of accessories are about to come out, I guess. So that is the hand lotion, I guess. So this is also the accessory you can get with the INSTER Cross. Nice little upgrade with this brand new emblem, that little basket. It also has the character, INSTER character to it too. So this is the USB and also detachable like this. Wow, just like so, and it goes in there just like that. How cute is that? And I guess you can call this to be the regular model, and this one has got, so you can cover it up and place it just like that. Oh, okay, so that's how they got creative, putting the Velcro on there. Oh, so even if you tilt this up, it will actually stay there. More lotions over there and that little gadget.
And what you're going to see today is an experiment, a bit of fun, pumped it up, put it on steroids to create like a digital racing environment. It's almost like a digital game somehow. And with that, getting down into the smallest detail, you will see somebody we call the Boost exemplifies how much fun the team have had on this car. So we put INSTER onto steroids, and we call it INSTEROID.
Yeah. Let's go, INSTEROID! Woo! Woo! This thing is on steroids. I mean, look at that over fender.
Fantastic.
Let's hear it from Mr. Simon Loasby.
Now you don't want to hear me too much today.
I'm Christofer Saetrang. I'm the exterior designer of this ridiculous thing. Hi, I'm Christofer Saetrang, exterior designer of this car.
INSTEROID.
INSTEROID.
I mean, let's get started with that. I mean, who came up with the name?
There's quite a lot of different names, but they stuck with this. I think this is the one everyone liked.
I thought so.
When you're having fun, you're doing a lot of kind of maybe weird stuff, and you're saying some strange things, and this was the name that people sort of agreed everyone understood and liked.
Tell us a little bit about how this all started from, like how and where and why.
Simple story. Simon sent a text message to my boss in, what if we made the INSTER 2 meters wide, 2 meters and 40 centimeters. 3 days, we got back to him, model ready, well finished, but just general concept, and immediately decided yes. It didn't change from there. It stayed almost in this exact way and this exact feeling, these colors, these wheels the whole time. And doing all the posters you see on the walls, artwork, usually you don't have time to do any of that sort of stuff, and it is great to just build a story around the car.
Nice.
And it can have a different life than just being an object.
And the number 23, you said that's a number of characters inside the car?
That's the number of Easter eggs or these Boost characters hidden around the car. I don't know if you'll find all of them. As I said in the presentation earlier, way too hidden.
Maybe underneath the bonnet and the parts, that kind of hidden.
Yeah, I mean, you have the wheel covers there. They're 21 front and rear, but the rear tire is a little bit taller.
Okay.
A little bit fatter. 285 front.
285 on the front.
And 345 rear.
Is there anything spec-wise that can be shared?
I mean, it's only a concept.
True.
So there's no performance, anything.
Right. We know what this car is capable of. Is there any connection to the RN24 that was released?
No, there's no connection.
Okay.
It's only a design story just to bring fun into this sort of electric car. Yeah, there are similarities, but they don't share any.
Disclaimer, official, nothing connected to the RN24, but we know what Hyundai is fully capable of. And they got even more serious with the INSTER. Thank you for giving us yet another monstrous INSTEROID. I mean, nobody saw this coming. And well, there's a good reason why Hyundai decided to drop it on April 2nd, not the 1st, because otherwise everybody thought it would have been just April Fools.
Yeah, I think already people are thinking, is this thing a real thing?
For example, the dashboard is clearly same section INSTER has.
I mean, I decided to get everybody who was behind this INSTEROID because I want to hear everything about the car. So could you tell us a little bit about yourself and the car, please?
I'm Dalim, I'm leading the interior design. Try to build something completely out of conventional. We try to approach the special UX, UI design, how to encourage the driving experience, with full of fun. The driver, the passenger can build it, customizing. We used to say I want to build my own dream car. So a lot of function, the IP door, there's a lot of place we leave the loom in order to let you decorate it, edit it, change it.
I absolutely love the energy and love you guys, the whole team has towards this car. And actually the results, the product shows. It is quite reminiscent of the good old gauges, the physical gauges with the needles that we used to have, cars with the boost and all. Speaking of which, I mean, I was told that there are 23 boosts. It's that guy little over there, it's the boost. I was kind of given a mission to find all 23.
No, you never ever cannot find 23. Because as I told you, of course we wanted to present a really nice car, good looking, but as much as that, we wanted to enjoy by ourselves.
Okay.
So many under area, hidden area, we added it. That's why it became 23,
What's the most hidden boost you can show me now?
Actually, because it's an electric car, it doesn't have an airbag. So when you see the passenger side transparent, the box which written no airbag.
Okay.
And then below that there is the Easter egg as well, the booth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we're not going to get any answers about this, but hopefully there's another project that the team is working on because I definitely want to see this continue on.
Thank you.
You guys did an absolute job with it. Well, thank you very much for being on the video, and also thank you very much for this fun little car. I am having the whole team here today. Could you tell us about yourself and the car, please?
Hi, my name is Nicola Danza, and I was the exterior manager of the exterior of the INSTEROID.
Exterior manager. This is the person I wanted to meet, of course. Just so you know, this is a concept, so we don't really have numbers, but I was told that it's a 21-inch wheels and so forth. So could you give us a brief the tour of the car?
As you know, we started from the INSTER. INSTER is a European name for the Casper EV that is here in Korea. And we wanted to do something brutal, something completely different, unexpected, for fun. And we took the wheels and we actually positioned them outside the complete body. So the car has a massive stance that you don't have in the INSTER Casper EV production.
It's over 2 meters wide.
Does it look good enough? Yes. Wider? Wider, no problem. As much as a big splitter, all the aero thing you need. The S-scoop here that comes out there.
Okay.
Little bit here with
The boost character name.
Performance car, so it needs cooling, of course.
And the brake ducts.
Yeah, brake ducts, canards. And also you see the pixel here in the tire. Again, a reminder there is an electric car from Hyundai. Cover on the wheels on the 21 inches. These are actually working quite well because they cooled the brakes, the aero.
And I also really like the fact that your team decided to just leave the battery packs exposed.
Yes.
It kind of feels like the exoskeleton vibe of the EV version.
Exactly, it's like merging two things together.
And obviously you guys have done it on purpose.
Yeah, of
right?
course.
You could have hidden it if you wanted to,
Sure.
but you wanted to expose it. Why is that?
Exactly. We also designed the sticker to show, like, look, there's a battery there.
Right. There is the warning sign too.
It's this for the looks, but also because the INSTER is so small that, of course, as soon as you go wider with all the technical parts, and we're like, okay, shall we hide it? And I'm like, no, let's leave it exposed. It's for fun, and it's really showing the intent of this car, which is more like a video game, a cartoon, if you want.
And also extended side skirts, and not to mention about the crazy
The
wide
pods
body.
covering the wheels, because, of course, you see here maybe better from the rear, but look how the tire is completely out of the body. It's totally nuts.
I was told 345.
Yeah,
was
345,
It?
yes.
345 wide, 21 inches.
Actually,
tell us about this wing.
Yeah, the wing. When you do a little drawing, a little doodle, You always exaggerate stuff, and this time we like make the wing even bigger to follow the shape of the INSTER also, but also to come much wider and compensate with the width of the pods. And this is kind of DRS.
It was actually moving. I saw it moving.
Yeah, it's moving because basically this is create downforce, but when you have the DRS more open, then the car is faster. So the diffuser is actually embracing the complete rear, intersecting with the body, and embracing the speakers. Normally in EV cars, you need sound because they don't have engine sound. Use the graphic from the INSTER Casper, so it's a round lamp, but expose the speakers, and then you can hear exactly where the sounds come from.
I mean, it is a physical car right before my eyes. I mean, I see the car, I can touch the car, but I still feel like I am actually seeing the imagination.
Yeah.
This is things that you only had in your head.
Exactly.
But this is in real life. Yeah.
And the pixel panel in the middle to be cheeky with the opponents in your game.
So you can only get really creative with the image on the rear. I mean, there are some display that team put on to piss off the car on the rear. There's not going to be that many cars that can beat INSTEROID on the corner track, you name it.
In front, yeah.
The boost. And
how many did you find?
I haven't started yet. I haven't started yet, but I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough.
Some are very well hidden.
Oh, thank you very much for giving us such car. It's just so much fun to look at. Well, thank you very much. Awesome job. We'll see you around. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's hot in here. Maybe it must be that INSTEROID. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give it to you, the INSTEROID. I think it is the best name that you can possibly come up with a car like this. There is no connection with the RN24. There is no official numbers in terms of performance. Again, it is the concept car. It's a bit pointless throwing in the numbers that's otherwise not going to work, right? However, we are aware and we know that the INSTEROID is fully capable of having the crazy performance because we've already seen it from the RN24. This car can have the Ioniq 5 NPE power electric unit front and rear, right, and have that massive performance. Just take it for a spin. First and foremost is this 21-inch wheels on the front, less air resistant shield type of wheels to it. I love how they have that 3 holes. So one in the middle is the center lock, and also the caliper too. See, it's got the INSTEROID engraved inside the caliper. You know what? Judging by the look, it is 6-pot at the minimum because I see one right there, right behind the E. So it is a 6-pot minimum. So that's the thing with the EVs, I guess. You can't really see the calipers when the wheels covered up. Aero discs, as you can see, it's got the vents, everything. The car is actually running on the Pirelli tires. And it is the racing tire, the slick tires. It's got the pixel patterns. So that's why I said it kind of felt like a semi-slick tire because I thought that was the groove, the pattern that the tires had. But this is actually the pixels they put afterwards. And the design actually stands out much more when you look at it from the top. Just look how wide the car is, the front bumper, and big Hyundai written on it. They also have extended out the Hyundai banner decal to its largest size possible, pretty much. I mean, you can see it all fitting, right? DRLs together with the name INSTEROID illuminating, and we can see a lot of lights and graphics inside and out of this vehicle. We can see more on the rear as well. DRS, not sure if it's the exactly same name that we know of from the F1, but DRS on the rear with a huge support in the middle. So to match with the over fender the car has got, the rear spoiler is also gigantic, largest one I've ever seen. I think that is even larger than the ones we see on WRC cars. You know what I mean? So I see a little bit of the antenna and the scoop on the roof as well. And that active vent that will actually suck in the air from the front and shoot the air out, help with the aerodynamics plus the cooling of the vehicle, the radiators that we spotted from the front, and also the canards on the fenders as well. And that exposed battery pack is just something. So that is uniquely EV now. We never see that on ICE cars, but the team turned this into the whole EV fun EV aspect, a bold move by Hyundai. And also in the trunk, in the middle is the charging port as well as the bass. You see the woofer, the bass, speakers, and display inside that thing. So this actually does play music. 345 with 285 on the front. I mean, that certainly is the supercar, if not hypercar spec we are talking about. The speaker, the display on the rear showing you all of this and that is just absolutely is insane. Take a look at that crazy spoiler wing there is to it. Of course, don't miss out the doors. And it had to be done like that because it was in its way with the battery pack that we see. So, you know, Hyundai being honest and blunt, they actually had to do something with the door. They decided to cut it out because that is the only way that the batteries are going to fit. And after they did that, why don't we make it open up that way? Add a little more fun to it. So it's front lips / splitter. It does stretch out so much more. So this is what the front splitters and the race related parts are supposed to be like. It is supposed to stretch out all this far. Now that's something that we've seen with the Pikes Peak Ioniq 5N spec, right? The TA spec, time attack spec, because that is there and it's been designed that way on purpose. So close-up look and the shot of the front lip is more pixels. So this is connected to the brakes and the radiators on the front, just like so. The build quality on this concept car is just top notch. And yep, love that touch. It says no step, because some of the race cars have that. You guys know what I mean. People think it's a step, especially with the side skirts on the side. And there is more airflow down that way, which actually will be shoot out right onto the bonnet like that. More close look at the wheels, the fender flares, and also the side mirror. It hasn't really gone fully digital. The side mirrors on the sides. They had to cut the door in order to make it work. So they did that, they cut out the whole bottom chunk and decided to make the door open up sideways and a little vertical up. So there is not a special mechanism, it just opens up sideways, just like this. So no crazy butterfly gull wing doors, but it actually has a taste of its own. Unique look at the car with that oval shape. Just look at that boost character and Hyundai logo throughout that window. That is push it to open it. And I love that strap. It is actually there race inspired, right? So weight reduction bros. And also the kick plates on the sides as well. The character of the INSTEROID, looking like that. The side skirts actually is all connected all the way to the front, as you can see. More accents for the INSTEROID. It's also the same case for the rear as well, but there is the radiator. So parts on the front are for the front motors and parts on the rears are for the rear motor and the battery. So more canards on the rear, and this is where this crazy over fender shines the most. And you can look at it from the size of the tires alone by just aggressive wheels and tires. And it also comes with the camber too, the top portion and the rear. And when I first saw this wing on a teaser, because you know Hyundai intentionally did not reveal the over fender here, so I thought it was a bit off balance. But after seeing this car in person together with the spoiler and the over fender, it is just a perfect match. So DRS, as they have said. So it is all stock. None of the parts here move, however, except for that portion over there, together with the gas lifts. So you can see the hydraulics put there. So this will actually tilt the wing forward and back, just like so. And inside the car is the speakers. Although it might not be all that visible on the video right now, the roll cage, the roll bar, actually has another metal piece running across so that the seats can be actually attached. So you see, so there is the 4-point racing belts, racing harness, and the charger ports. It is chassis mounted, a complete roll cage and roll bar. So we'll see, there is a little more detail towards the driver's side, so I'll show you more. And just because I can, let's take a look at the bottom of the car. The rear diffuser is actually extended, sticks out just like how the front splitters did. And you know, it has to stretch out further out in order for the rear diffuser to be fully functional, put together, being completely covered underneath. And I see that on this INSTEROID, they have gone above and beyond. The rear diffuser stretches out all the way far up to the center of the car, as far as I can see it on the display, but I think it's all connected. Kind of looks like multi-link in a way. I doubt that they would have worked on the hardwares of what composes the bottom of the vehicle, Oh, we missed out the rear caliper. So just like it was on the front, it's also a 6-pot calipers on the rear. Got the INSTEROID written on it, and the design is actually flipped over for the front and the rear. Just noticed it now, but they also have ridiculous size for the rear rotors as well. I mean, it's an overkill for the rear rotor to be this big. However, it's a concept. Definitely Hyundai has so much fun with the INSTEROID. As far as the battery clearance goes, again, it's not too low for a race car. You know, race cars can be even lower than this. One thing I like the most about the exterior look is how the battery packs are actually exposed. Having done it on purpose, it is something that only EVs can do. So let's go take a look at the inside of this car. And being a concept, I cannot get inside as much as I would love to. I have plenty of things to point out from the seats already. So 6-point racing harness, as I thought. I mean, honestly, I thought it would be the 4-point, but it's a legit racing seatbelt, 6 points, and they made it together with, collaborated together with Sparco, one of Sparco. They didn't forget about the fire extinguisher and the metal covers, the metal brackets exclusively for the INSTEROID and INSTEROID only. So there is also something written inside over there. Seems like it is actually a part number, but it does have the Hyundai written on it. I really love the finish inside out of this vehicle. Again, it's not just a mock-up car that we saw here and there at auto shows, but the build quality of this thing is just insane. See, it says right here, build it, race it, no vent. All right, so there is no vent AC system in race cars, right? And look up, that is for the washer fluid. And well, it kind of says the time, it looks like a stopwatch. I wonder what all these features are. And also the hydraulics in the middle has got that go written on it. That cute little INSTEROID characters. I mean, there is the hazard button and the radio. I don't know what the one in the middle is, but that one actually also does look like. You see, it's all connected and hardware wired. It does lead to the places. Oh, I'm sorry. So it's actually the e-brake. It's actually the e-brake. So that makes a whole lot more sense. So it's not just for the rear rotor brakes, but that is actually for to lock the wheels up on the rear to have that extra fun with the INSTEROID. So look at the size of that thing, the calipers. So you can see right through these components, and it's strapped around, connected together with the metal piece. I think the interior design on this thing is just insane. I've never seen anything like this before. I know it is a concept car, but it is just absurd. And there is also the parking brake on the top. So you actually do have to pay a very close look at the interior of this car to see what this car has got to offer. And just like this one too, the door handle, just so you know, there is no door handle for the second row because it's all reserved for the PE and the rear back of the system. I also see giant Hyundai logo written on it after they have deleted the rear row, second row seats. All right, more from the driver's side. Oh my God, oh my God. Look at the steering wheel. I mean, I want this on my car. I know a lot of you guys would already want this on your car too. So the size of the steering wheel, I think it is about what, 340 millimeters. It's not the largest steering wheel we'll see. Definitely, we never see this size. We don't see this size of steering wheel even in N cars. More direct feedback and turns around the corners. You guys know what I mean if you have tracked and used a smaller size steering wheel before. So there are 4 pixels, again, pixels for EVs and 4 pixels for the letter H for Hyundai, and orange colors here and there. And it's not just the fabric stitch that they used on this INSTEROID, but that metal finish they have used all throughout the car, included with the e-brake. But look at this bucket seat. It's got the Sparco, but look what this resembles. The moment I saw this bucket seat, I actually thought of the rear spoiler right there. And I know many of you guys have already done so too. So it is all serious racetrack bucket seats. God forbid, should an accident happen, that bucket seat will actually help you, save you from the lateral shocks. So not just that, extended steering wheel all the way, so it's really all serious race car. So the telescopic, no such thing, but excuse me, you can actually also hold the steering wheel up and down just like so. and the boost character right in the middle, and something that the designer focused a lot in her pitch is those gauges and clusters. Having kind of a similar number, so probably is the TPMS, one of the top. TC and BB, probably traction control. So the levels and the different levels and types of traction control you see on the top. So all these design and acronyms we have only seen in race cars, and what INSTEROID is all about. I love how that character, the boost, is actually showing up here and there. Again, it's a serious race car, but having fun all at the same time. So showing the lap time, the best is 2 minutes and 15. I wonder what track that is, because I mean, this car is gonna be a whole lot faster than the production cars we see. So we see the boost, the emergency lights, and the light operations underneath. Speedometer right there on the right with showing the gears. And really love that interior design, the dashboard. So everything is visible directly open, yet very stylish. And so more at the bottom, the brakes and the accelerator. And wow, look at the details that the team has put in. You're strapped in real good with the 6-point seatbelts. So that being said, in order to prevent your right foot flying all over the place, you can actually push it against that bracket. That way you know you have your foot firmly positioned for the accelerator. And there is more, so pull that to pop that open and have that serviced, I guess. So more metal plates on the bottom. And do not forget about the paddle shifters. As much as I want to try it out, I shouldn't. It's a concept car, but you look at that, it's actually attached right behind the steering wheel, so it will move and rotate together with the steering wheel. So regardless of the position you're at with the steering wheel, you can always have your fingers ready for shift up and shift down right there. And there's more details on the ceiling of the car too. So there is the SOS. I mean, I see, oh, okay, I see D and R, and the parking was right on here. So that is to put the car into drive, neutral, reverse, and the last one, okay, stop and start. So that's where the buttons are for this INSTER. And these, as you can see, are actually also functional. It can be closed and opened. I didn't know. Look at that. So again, it's not open 24/7. It can also be closed like that. It looks really clean too. It's awesome. And this is for that jack to lift the car up in seconds. And another trait about the race car, one wiper in the middle. And there is the boost character I found. Look at that. So that is just the kill switch for the EV cars. And the latches to pop the trunk open. And this Hyundai is also, so it's not just the decal put on side of black banner, but it's actually sitting inside, sitting so flush. All right, so that's it for today's video, going over and meeting this INSTEROID in person and also meeting everybody behind this car, the project. Pleasure meeting you, Simon, Mr. Simon Loasby, and he is the man, father behind so many cars that we've been seeing, but today he is the father of this INSTEROID. Tell us a little bit about the car. I mean, what you have in the store for us.
Well, we asked our team to create a dream car. We asked them to dream about the digital generation and what will connect with the digital generations and create something which just makes you smile. An optimistic future, a fun future. Take INSTER and make it as wide as this, but not only design the physical, but design the sound space, design the customization modes, like you do in a digital game where you change your modes.
Yes.
We changed the modes for the interaction on INSTEROID as well. So we basically took INSTER and put it on steroids, and our team in the European studio did such an amazing job of that. I think you can see how much fun it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's having fun on its own already.
Yeah,
Things that we've never seen in cars before.
Well, it's messaging. It's messaging to whoever's behind you, and where we normally have exhausts, we've got the sounds. We've got speakers like afterburners in the diffuser, and then the pixel board is our messaging board. Our EVs, of course, always have pixels.
The INSTER, from the smallest, tiniest EV that everybody has been waiting for, and people are already loving it. I get so many great comments about the car,
Full dots.
the pixels. From that tiny car to widest
Yes.
car out there is right
And
now.
lowest.
And lowest.
Lowest as well.
With the racing tires.
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah.
That's almost like semi-slick, if not slick
It
tires.
is. It is. We put the pixels.
Pixels on it. Okay, all right. Is there any one favorite thing that you would pick from INSTEROID?
It's hard to say, but I would one on the outside, one on the inside.
Okay,
On the
let's go
outside,
one of
it's,
each.
It's this diffuser. It's as you look at the back of the car, this view with the diffuser, the graphic equalizer, the big wing with the DRS system, and then the interior, those gauges and the interaction with the gauges, the sound, the vision, the graphics. It's our designers saying, why not? What if? And who knows how much of this will translate later into production cars. But it inspires our team to be creative. It's a way of getting our team using the free space.
Simon said with much love and support that we have towards cars like INSTEROIDs and more future cars to come, we could actually see this car rolling. I mean,
Wouldn't that be amazing?
of course, why not? So that's it for today's video, reporting in live from Korea, your number one source of KDM, Genesis, Hyundai, Kia cars. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Close-up shots of the front. I will soon have ASMR, the walk-around video, so you can actually take a look at this car and find the boost for yourself. Drop in the comment below how many boosts you can find. I think I've only found about 10.